Well, hello again. Welcome again to another episode of Down to Earth but Heavenly Minded. I'm your host, Rish. And as we continue on in the book of Numbers now, we are going to be in chapter 4, and we're going to be looking at the duties of the Kohathites, the Gershonites, and the Merarites. Uh, they add this ites onto their names, I think, and that's the way their tribes are called. Now the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, take a census of the sons of Korath from among the sons of Levi by their clans and by their fathers' houses, from 30 years old, excuse me, up to 50 years old, all who can come on duty to do the work of the tent of meetings. This is the service of the son of Korath in the tent of meetings, the most holy things, when the camp is set out. Aaron and his son shall go in and take down the veil of the screen of the covering of the ark of the testimony with it, and they shall put on it a covering of goatskin, and spread on top the cloth all of blue, excuse me, and shall put in its poles, and over the tablet, or over the table of the bread of the presence, they shall spread the cloth of blue, and put on it the plates and the dishes for incense, the bowls and the pagans for the drink offering, and the regular showbread also shall be on it. And they shall spread over them the cloth of the scarlet, and the cover the same with the covering of goatskin, and shall put in the poles. And they shall take cloth of blue and covers the lampstands for the light, with the lamps, with the tongs, its trays, and all the vessels for oil with which it is supplied. Then they shall put it with all the utensils in the covering of goatskin, and put it on the carrying frame. And over the golden altar they shall spread the cloth of blue to cover it with the covering of goatskin, and shall put in its poles. And they shall take all the vessels of the service that is used in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with the cover of goatskin, and put them on the carrier frame. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread pure cloth over it, a purple cloth over it, and they shall put on it all the utensils of the altar, and which are used for the service. These are the fire pans, the forks, the shovels, the basins, and the utensils for the altar. And they shall spread on it the covering of goatskin, and shall put it in its poles. And Aaron and his son shall furnish coverings and the sanctuary for all the furnishings of the sanctuary as the camp sets out. After that, the sons of Korath shall come and carry these, but they must not touch the holy things, lest they die. These are the things of the tent of meeting that the sons of Korath are to carry. Then Eleazar the son of Aaron, the priest, shall have charge of the oil for the lights, and the fragrant incense, the regular grain offerings, and the anointed oil, with the oversight of the whole tabernacle, and all that is in it, of the sanctuary and its vessels. The Lord shall the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Let not the tribe of the clans of the Korah be destroyed from among the Levites, but deal thus with them, that they may live and not die when they come near the most holy things. Aaron and his sons shall go in and appoint each to its task and to his burden, but they shall not go in to look at the holy things, even for a moment, lest they die. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take a census of the sons of Gershon also by their fathers' houses and by their clans, from 30 years old up to 50 years old. You shall list them all who can come to do duties, to do service in the tent of meetings. This is the service of the clans of the Gershonites in serving and bearing burdens. They shall carry the curtains of the tabernacle and the tent of meetings with its coverings, and the covering of goatskin that is at the top of it, and the screens of the entrance of the tent of meeting, the hangings of the courts, and the screens for the entrance of the gates, and for the courts all that is around the tabernacle, and the altar and their courts, and all the equipment for their service. And they shall do all that is needed to be done with regards to them. All the service of the son of the Gershonites shall be at the command of Aaron and his sons, and all that they are to carry in all that they have to do. And you shall assign to their charge all that they are to carry. This is the service of the clans of the sons of the Gershonites in the tent of meeting, and their guard duty is to be under the direction of Ithamar the son of Aaron the priest. As for the sons of Merari, you shall list them by clans and their fathers' houses, from 30 years up until 50 years. You shall list them, every one who comes on duty to do the service of the tent of meeting. And this is what they are charged to carry as a whole of the service of the tent of meeting, the frames of the tabernacle with its bars, pillars, and bases, and the pillars around the courts with its bases, pegs, and cords, with all their equipment and all their accessories. And you shall list by name the objects that they are required to carry. This is the service of the clans of the sons of Merari, the whole of their service in the tent of meeting, under the direction of Ithamar the sons of Aaron the priest. And Moses and Aaron and the chiefs of the congregation listed the sons of the Korahites by their clans in their family's house, from 30 years old up to 50 years old, everyone who could come on duty for service in the tent of meeting. And these listed by clans were 2,750. This was the list of the clans of the Kohathites, all who served in the tent of meeting, who Moses and Aaron listed according to the commands of the Lord by Moses. Those listed of the sons of Gershon by their clans in their father's house, from 30 years old and up to 50 years old, everyone who could come on duty for service in the tent of meeting. Those listed by their clans and their fathers' houses, were 2,630. This was the list of the clans of the sons of Gershon, all who served in the tent of meeting, who Moses and Aaron listed according to the commands of the Lord. Those lists of the clans of Merari by their clans and their father's house, from 30 years old up to 50 years old, every one who could come on duty for service in the tent of meetings. Those listed by clans were 3,200. This was the list of the clans of the sons of Merari, who Moses and Aaron listed according to the commands of the Lord by Moses. Oh, excuse me. And those who were listed of the Levites were Moses and Aaron and the chiefs of Israel, listed by their clans and their father's house, from 30 years old up to 50 years old, everyone who could come to duty and serve a service of ministry and a service of bearing burdens of the tent of meeting. Those listed were 8,580, according to the commands of the Lord. Thus Moses, they were listed, each one with his task of service or carrying. Thus they were listed by him as the Lord commanded Moses. Now you can understand why this is called the book of Numbers. There's a lot of numbers here, and these were the numbers that of the Levites that had all these different duties. Well, with that said, we're going to end our reading today, and we will see you the next time. So bye for now.